in studio, we have Mr. Charles Karani, Head of Media and Performance Analyst, KCB Football Club. Charles Karani, welcome to CFM.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Truly appreciated for the invite.
Aha.
Mwinue sauti kidogo ndio kwa sababu naona si mtu wa kushauti umetulia.
Sasa hizo
mimi unaweza nipunguza baraka wanielewa.
Ngoja nakuletea coaches matano hapa ndio utajua mtu anajua kutumia microphone. Na kijana anatumiaga one word.
Karibu sana.
Lakini coach sijui.
Sasa anasema sijui itaendeleaje hiyo interview? Ukiambiwa sijui.
Kuna journalist ajaye na Matano toka hapa. Akiwa Sofapaka alifukuza journalist fulani. Ati coach sasa ili kunaona ni kama toka hapa.
Kwenda kujifunza kuuliza maswali.
Na ule wa Sofapaka pia anakonga mkali.
Nani?
Akwana anakuambia tu kama wewe mjui jina yenyewe wewe toka kwa ball.
Hata ashauliza mwingine na umetoka station gani? Nikajua shajabu.
Karibu sana Karani.
Thank you so much.
Now as head of media and you're head of media
and performance analysis.
And a performance analysis.
Yes.
Hebu niambie tu kweli, usiogope kutumia lugha yoyote. Unaweza tumia Kiswahili, tumia Kizungu, don't you worry.
Filanga free.
Hapa kunaitagwa filanga free. So, iko hivi, Mr. Charles Karani.
Yes.
What exactly is your role at KCB? Yani performance analyst
and media liaison.
Okay, media liaison. Wewe ndio stories za KCB zikoka wende unazirusha huko nje.
And also include your journey while at it.
Ngoja kwanza, wewe ndio unarushaga hizo story.
Mimi ndio mdomo.
Wewe ndio mdomo wa
club.
Yes.
Sasa tuambie aje, ulianzaje na wewe ni nani mpaka ukafika mahali huko?
Yes.
Thank you. So my name is Charles Karani, born, bred and raised in the city of Nakuru and
Nax Vegas.
Wewe ni mtu wa Kanu Street.
Nax Vegas. Si Kanu Street.
Wewe 58.
Mimi wa kibabi.
Milimani.
Si Milimani. Kuna babi nyingine imejificha kwa ghetto huko hivi ile phase 2.
Hapo sawa. Yes, karibu sana.
So my journey actually my journey started as a very passionate football fan. I remember when I was a small kid watching the World Cup with my dad in 1994, supporting Italy before Robert Matano
alipeana saa pena
over the bar.
Ndalala na machozi.
Azuri wenyewe, azuri.
And at that time I think FIFA hakuwa meleta hii story at time zone because we used to wake up very early in the wee hours of the morning to watch the World Cup.
Prepare for more this year.
Yeah.
Iko America.
Yeah, iko state. Ilikuwa state pia.
Ndio nakwambia prepare for more.
Yeah. So my journey actually started as a very passion driven person, a person who also played football. Kucheza futa ile watoi at one time nikiwa mtoi 9-10 years old, captain my state team na nini.
Ushakuwa kapi.
Shakuwa kapi. Continued my journey of football, playing in school. I never made it professionally.
Ulisomea wapi? Nax.
Nilisomea Nax, nilisomea Moi Primary School. Nikamalizia Kimathi Primary. Before nikaenda na Kurude secondary school.
Kweli wewe ni bombe. Unaenda na Kurude. Nilikuwa nangoja useme ulikuwa mene.
Mene pia ni mabombe.
Ndio. Ukisikia watu wa phase 2, watu wa
hizo mamene ngai.
Watu wa London. Ujue au ni either mene hapo na Kurude mene hizo ndio chuo zao.
Safi.
So actually now getting into football professionally, I did not get it as a player.
Okay.
But now I got into administrative duties, and that is where I started with Nakuru Stars back in 2012 as their media liaison officer under the stewardship of Robert Matano.
Oh, Robert Matano.
Okay, all right.
Ulikuwa na Nakuru Stars?
Yes.
Ushakutana na Sepe?
Now Sepe was the coach at that time. Sepe best yangu sana, hata tunachapianaga.
Sini mulama. Unajua kwa wakati huo Kioko alikuwa na Nakuru Stars.
Yeah, he was the head coach at that time.
Nakuuliza kama ushakutana na Sepe.
Yes,
and
he
what
was the head coach at that time.
Okay, and what made you move into sports media and performance data?
Now, since my dad took me to very good schools and having a very good education background, English actually became more of like my number one language. Actually, mi sijuagi swa.
As much you're more comfortable with English.
Najua shenga hata kuliko swa.
Yeah,
I understand. I know.
I get what you're saying.
And I'm also always very comfortable speaking in English. So having that literature kind of background, started doing storytelling about sports and all that, and that is how Robert Matano found me. And he recruited me as the media liaison officer at Nakuru All Stars. Yes.
So how long did it take, and how was the journey in the beginning of you being a media liaison officer? And how long did it take at Nakuru All Stars?
Very amazing journey, because it is at Nakuru All Stars whereby by storytelling and having to handle their website. We used to have a website. At that time, we were in the nationwide league, handling their website, handling their social media pages and all that, interacting with the fans and all that. I mean, the passion really grew so much to the point that now also having football knowledge, because pale mtaa I'm the kind of the guy people used to go to kuuliza mani mesainani asema mesainani.
You are the go-to guy.
Yeah, because my dad used to buy newspapers on a daily, so I used to peruse through the newspapers, get to see news. I'm one of the few guys, because I'm also nerdy key design. I'm also one of the few guys.
You accept that you are nerd?
Key design. So I'm one of the few guys who could be able to go on a computer, log in www, arsenal.com and new.com, you know, to try and gather information. I'm the kind of guy who me utaka to find information whatever it is.
So in your view, media coverage has influenced or made you love sports more, especially if you're through newspapers and everything?
Not really. Just as I've said, I'm the kind of person who actually go out to look for something.
Okay.
So I'm first of all passion driven, and then now I try to grow that passion into something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what challenges do you face when you are doing that duty for Nakuru All Stars on the lower level of the league? Because there's a higher tier of the league and you're on the lower tier. What was the problem? What are the challenges as you became a media liaison officer for Nakuru All Stars? One of those challenges, kwa sababu ndio job yako ya kwanza.
Yeah. So okay, first of all, one of the main challenges was financial, because you know, Nakuru All Stars at that time, you know, was a club. Okay, when I got there first, the finances were there, because it had people, directors who had really invested in the club, and so at that time things were really good. It was a smooth ride, and I'm actually glad I went at that particular time, because now that gave me the opportunity to be able to grow
and a good working environment.
Exactly. Yes. But now venye do ilianza kukatika, now things kaanza kuwa hard, even in terms of gadgets that you're using, in terms of sometimes the website gets shut down, unajipata now you have nothing to do, because that's where
your hands are tied.
So your hands are tied. So those are some of the challenges. I think I could just sum it all up to financial, but nothing personal.
I don't know whether you know, in the history of Kenya, who are the first league champions of this country?
I just said the name. Senior Nax.
Yeah. First league champions.
Football ya Kenya, Senior Nax.
I love your confidence.
Kenyan football is made in Nakuru.
They should know.
I would have said something, but I was brought up well. Now, could you please expound on what is the role of a media liaison in a football club?
Okay, so the role of Charles Karani at
Yes.
KCB Football Club as the head of media. Number one, I am the admin of all our social handles. I'm the voice of the club. I'm the one who posts, create content, do graphic design, and all of that. I'm actually the face of the club, if I can just sum it into one
Behind the
sentence.
keyboard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Na previously tumekuwa tukiona so many clubs it's so hard for fans and more specifically us to get information from clubs. Their website, their social media. Like, information is so scanty and it's so rare for clubs to update information on their socials. Could you please, or do you have information as to why it's so hard
for people to access information about clubs?
Clubs and everything from their websites and socials.
Okay, so I can speak now as an outsider. I think we should put a disclaimer.
Okay.
The views expressed in this question.
Karani's views.
Karani's views.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
for KCB
Not
football
KCB's
club.
Now
views,
speak.
So I think one of the main challenges is financial, first of all, because clubs that don't have financial muscle, they tend to treat media as a by the way.
Okay.
As a byproduct.
Yeah, as a byproduct. Even if it is something that is actually a requirement for you to get a club license to participate in the league. But now, since you don't have that financial muscle, sometimes hiring somebody to run that social media handle becomes a challenge.
Okay.
Secondly, because you know the media space has not been widened enough in our Kenyan football, because if you look at clubs, let's not even go abroad, just look at clubs like Simba. They
our neighbors here.
They don't have just one media person. They have a cameraman, they have a guy who does video.
It's a whole franchise.
It's a whole franchise. And each and every one of these individuals need different gadgets for them to work. So if you don't have that financial muscle, then it becomes difficult even for you to get these gadgets.
Okay.
And in Kenya, we are used to working as lone rangers, media liaison officers. We're the ones who do the photos, we're the ones who do graphic design and all that. And so if you have just one person who's doing all of this and you have not equipped them well enough, then there tends to be a problem.
And not only does this happen with football clubs, it also happens with the league's controller, the KPL ama FKF.
Yes.
Pia ukiangalia social zao kidogo wako nyuma, unaona the last post like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yes.
So at getting information from their website and also their social handles. And this is one of the organizations that tunajua ziko stacked.
Yes.
Hawana pesa ya kukosa kuhandle social media and everything.
Yes. It's because we have basically just treated media in sports in general, not just in football. We have treated media as second class. And one thing that we should know is that media is actually what cuts in between the bridge between obscurity and growth.
Okay.
Because if you don't have media coverage, even organizations that have the best setup, without media coverage, then they are not going to get any growth because they are not going to be known. Media is what gives you the visibility and the ability.
Okay. And how does your position contribute to the club's overall competitive strategy?
Well, it does, because if I do not actually, like for example, tomorrow we have a match against Police FC.
Yes.
If I don't
Kesho
report,
Sakumi.
if I don't report about that, then just as I've said, media is what cuts in between obscurity and growth and the visibility. Then there's no visibility. We're not going to have fans in the stadium. We're not going to have that 12th man who is running your team behind. And that plays a major role in terms of even performance, because if you look at our community clubs in this current season, all three of them are in the top 5 of the sports of the league. All three of them. And it's because they have fans who really rally behind the teams.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. And I've looked at the media, FKF media right now, and I'm seeing at least they have updated the new FKF. Yeah, I'm looking at their website. Yeah, and I'm seeing that at least it's updated. Yeah,
Yes.
like
Yes.
there's information there about today.
They're trying.
Yeah, they're trying very much. There are times when I try to look for information for clubs and the history of things in Kenyan football, and I do not know where to go. And since you are one of the media liaisons for a club like KCB, if somebody wanted to go to the history of KCB, where do they go? You know, if I wanted to know about when did this club start, you know, who are the first players to play for this club, who was the first manager of this club, you know, that kind of history.
You know,
Where would one go?
so if I'm speaking about KCB Football
yes,
Club in particular, if you want to get that information, there is a wiki page that actually speaks about that, and at the same time on our socials, on the bios, we speak about that. The thing is that the bio on the social media page is actually quite limited.
Okay.
It's very limited on the amount of characters that you can have in order to explain all of that. And then now we also have a period, a transition period where people are transitioning, where they're leaving the old way of going to websites and dwelling so much more on social media.
Yes.
There's a shift.
Yeah, there's a shift to social media. It's very rare nowadays that you can find somebody go through a website
And everything, yeah.
because nowadays people seek information on social media.
I get what you're saying, but I think you understand what I'm trying to ask.
Yes, I really
because-
understand what you're trying to ask. And now the challenge is if clubs could have websites, then they could have the power to have all that information
Because today,
in the websites.
my colleague here,
But now people are shifting away from the websites.
yes, so my colleague here walked in today very happy that his friend Francis Kahata has just joined KCB.
Yes.
I would have wanted to know it officially, but the information, I didn't know where to go for that information. But since I'm close to Peter Kirumba, who is a close friend of Kahata, I knew about it from my close friend.
Yeah, Kachi had talked to me
No,
about
but-
it on Sunday.
Yes.
No, but we posted it on the socials.
It's not even
Yeah,
about you. I'm
but
saying,
today, specifically, I'm talking about today, somebody else that I know of that is very reliable actually posted it, but Kachi himself had texted me on personally, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Nilikwambia, nimeshafika, you know. That's when I told them, hey, guys,
mtu wangu
mtu wangu ameenda wapi? Ameenda KCB. So,
But nowadays,
do you compete to be the first to break the news, or is it almost natural that you do that?
okay, we compete to be the first ones to break that
Thank you.
information, and that is exactly what I always.
Your job is.
That is part of my JD to actually be the first one to break that information. But nowadays it's quite difficult because bloggers have phone numbers of these players and all that, and at the same time these players also want to create their brands.
Yeah.
So most of them will even run to the bloggers and give them this information way
before the
official communication is
Yeah,
made.
because I knew it before it was. I knew it before it was even on social media.
And
Yes.
bloggers will credit the players as their
The
sources.
source.
as their sources.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
So how soon after a
And
match?
it's not only locally, it's even internationally. I saw an interview that Fabrizio Romano did, and he was asked where he gets information from,
Yes.
and he said sometimes it's the players themselves
players and the agents.
and the agents. Yeah.
So how soon after a match do you deliver performance reports, and who are they shared with?
Okay, so what happens is that you have to actually first analyze that video, and there's a software that I use to analyze that video.
Okay.
So most of the time, the report comes probably like 8 hours later, because now you need that information for the coach to start preparing for the next game.
Fixture or something.
Yeah. And most of the time, when you play a match, let's say for example you play on a Saturday, most of the times the team is off on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So gives the analyst ample time to do a post-mortem. Yes.
So while you're doing that post-mortem that you're talking about, what are you looking for? Because it must be a tedious job. You're watching the game that you've just watched.
Yes.
So now you're watching it technically.
Yes.
There's something you're looking for. So
Yes.
take us through the paces. What are you doing?
So exactly, number one, the first thing that you're looking for is the coach's tactic. Like the tactic that you wanted to apply to that particular match, did it work or did it not work? And then now you try to find the loopholes.
The reasons why.
Yeah, why did it not work? You know, who are the culprits, if I may use that word.
Term, loosely,
yes.
Not to anyone.
Loosely. Yeah. So to find out who actually did not give you their best performance, and all of that you can only get it once you collect a statistical data report.
And how long does it normally take? Is it like 1 day, 2 days, so that you can now give the report for a game to the technical bench?
Nowadays you use softwares, and it's quite a bit
relatively
faster.
easier.
Now, this information, maybe after the game, and you want to give them a match report. Match report is taken from who, and to who is it delivered? Because you cannot. I don't believe, or I don't think it is correct to say that you deliver the match report to the technical bench.
No.
I think there is somebody higher than the technical bench who needs that report.
Okay.
Actually, that is exactly what happens. You deliver it to the technical bench. Because, they're the ones who need that report the most.
And to they the people who brought in that report in the first place. Why do they need it again?
It doesn't have to be very technical if you are taking it to a higher hierarchy.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be very technical. But for the coaches, it has to be very detailed. Yes.
In terms of like now, do you mean that is where your expertise as the performance analyst come in?
Yes.
Today tumefanya hivi, data iko hivi, huyu amepiga touch 10, huyu amepiga assist 2 hivi. That is where now you double up as the performance analyst.
Yes.
So is it the match report you're giving, or it is the match the performance analysis you're giving? Which of the two do you give to the bench?
Good question.
It is. It is both. It is both.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, what you need to give is something that is very credible and very factual. And that is where you even come up with the clips. You can cut video clips as proof. So now that one is very much lying on the end of performance and not data. Yes.
So do data and video analysis influence coaching decisions at KCB?
To an extent it does, not only at KCB.
In other words, it's trying to
everywhere in the footballing world.
How important are you to KCB's technical bench? I think that is what it is.
Yes.
Do they follow the data analysis? Does the technical bench make decisions owing to what they have as evidence from the data analyst?
Yes. You know, one thing that I always say is that numbers do not lie.
Okay.
So once you come up with a statistical report about numbers of the key incidences or
the match,
or the key moments of the match, then it's very factual.
Okay.
At the same time, if you come up with video clips, it's also very factual.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
so ubagui mtu.
No,
you're not there to be against any player.
What actually guides you is what we call moments or elements of the game.
Okay.
So we have something like defending, attacking, set piece, transition.
Those are things you're looking at.
So those are the kind of things that you're looking at. Yeah. So, for example, if player A receives a pass, decides to shoot, and should have passed to player B who was in a better position, and you have that video clip.
In a moment.
And it's very factual. Yes.
So you work with such things.
It cannot be disputed.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let us shift to a social platform like YouTube. I figured out that most Kenyan football clubs are struggling with YouTube, especially when it comes to information on matters, pressers, player information, all the activities that clubs do, players do in training and everything. I checked your page as KCB at YouTube, and I'm looking at the information provided. It's from as old as 2 years ago. Like you guys are maybe lacking in posting information and just telling us everything about your club, your players, your coaching staff and everything. Where are you guys on this matter?
Okay, so YouTube has not yet been embraced so much by clubs in Kenya.
Okay.
And not just clubs in Kenya, but even fans in Kenya. Most of the most of the times when I used to post on YouTube, I used to post and then share the link on our other social media handles.
Oh, so this was your work?
Yes.
This was you? Oh, okay.
Yes.
From as far as 2 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
All of it. From as far as when the page started.
Was put up.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I found out is that people nowadays delve so much into very short video clips kind of content, and that is why I switched from YouTube and
So
I dived more into
there's a paradigm shift in
Yes.
how
Yes.
people receive information. Yeah?
and I dived more into TikTok, and that is why TikTok has really grown in
Yeah,
numbers.
it has blown up. Huh?
Yes, because from
It's
what
over 10,000 plus followers.
from what I'm looking at, KCB have been very active on YouTube in the last 5 years. Yes, but I think 2023, 2024 ndo waliachia because from 2023 player profile, coach analysis, just everything.
Yes.
So I was just wondering why you guys have been dormant for the last 3 years.
Because the feedback that I used to receive whenever I posted those links, guys used to come and comment and would be like, wewe tuweke video hapa, wachana story ya kwenda YouTube nini, you know.
Yeah. I understand.
Such stuff.
Because they want information immediately,
Yes.
and they don't want to go so far just to get it.
And then
Wewe tuweke hapa mali nikifungua hivi WhatsApp nimeiona. Nikifungua hivi Facebook nimeiona.
and then there is you know, there is really no need of me putting up a 1 minute or 2 minute clip on YouTube. And yet I can just put it on Facebook and have somebody enjoy it from the comfort of their Facebook profiles. Yeah.
I get that.
So how do you manage communication?
Also, if I but if I may add onto that also, I believe YouTube should be treated very professionally.
Yes.
As compared to other
other
social
platform,
media.
Yeah, you don't just post everything.
You just don't post everything.
Okay.
So you need to have like well calculated content
for
you to post it on YouTube. Yeah.
And so how do you manage communication during high pressure moments such as losses or controversial matches?
One thing that I was taught when I was in Nakuru Stars, I was taught to always report whatever it is that I've seen, not what I've felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the eyes see.
That's a
What
big
the
difference,
eyes
man.
see.
You don't operate on feelings. You
Don't
operate on visuals.
Don't operate on emotions.
You
Never operate on
report what you
emotions.
saw.
Okay.
Refa mwanyima pena,
Ndio.
you don't just go and post update. The ref has denied us a penalty.
A genuine.
It does not make you look professional.
Exactly.
That is not even professional. Leave alone looking professional.
So in that scenario, what do you report professionally? Just give us an example. That scenario has happened. You're watching KCB has been denied a penalty.
Yeah.
We see to Mayangalia, see my fans.
So professionally, if I am
Like you can have 74.
updating, yes, if I am updating like on the 74th minute,
Yeah.
what I'll say is that so and so has gone down on the box, and the KCB technical bench is appealing for a
For
penalty. Yes.
That's the report.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No emotions.
No emotions. Yes.
Can you share a moment where data analysis improved the player's performance?
Another good question.
Yes.
Ile mtu akiuliza good question nasikia raha. Another good question.
Okay, so data analysis combined together with performance analysis because it improves players' performance because, for example, I have let's say I have a right back and I have identified the KPIs of a right back as a right back who can defend, right back who can be able to move forward and
cross.
a right back who can cross. Actually, in modern football, you need fullbacks who can
go forward,
go forward and cross the ball,
even score right now.
Yeah, and even score.
Added advantage.
Yeah.
Kama ule jamaa wa Morocco aitwa nani huyu namba 2?
Hakimi.
Yeah. So I can have two right backs. One is very good defensively, and one is very good offensively.
Going forward.
Yes. Now I have this data with me, so now it will help them improve because you are going to actually work on what it is that you are lacking.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. You will now stop concentrating on what you have so much you'll just need to sharpen it,
Yes.
but work more on what it
you
is
don't
that
have.
you are lacking.
So any players in mind at KCB where these things have worked?
Yeah, because you're the data analyst,
Yes.
and you can see that this player has improved.
By showing them you need to do this,
And you
after
saw,
showing them the data.
you saw the fruits. You can tell us if there's one or two you can identify. There's this player I once worked with. You don't have to name names.
There's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. Like recently there's one player who has not been scoring goals so much because he has always been finding himself off position.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sat down with him and I showed him that clip. You know, you're always off position, and you actually need to stay on the target.
Okay.
And started scoring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And these players, how do they respond to the metrics that you give them, the performance metrics and feedback?
The feedback is always amazing. Yeah, because they actually know the importance of the metrics and the data that they are being given. It is very important for them to have it. And the feedback is always superb. It's amazing. Nobody has ever differed with it because, as I told you, it is data that is very factual. Yeah.
So you've not found players yet who have mwenye amesema I can't agree with your feedback. Mi nafanya.
And it's good that you're here. So you're the right person for me to ask this. Between defenders, midfielders, and strikers, according to your data analysis, your study, who runs the most on the pitch, and what are the demands of each position? Remembering that I'm talking about the three general positions:
Yes.
defensive, central, and offensive.
It's always the midfielders who tend to run the most. Even if you look at matches abroad, it is the midfielders who tend to, because they are the ones who cover the most.
And
of the
according
pitch.
to you, who runs the most? What is the most kilometers somebody who is playing midfield is? The least, that is what I would like to know.
Okay,
fitness levels.
Currently we have not been picking data in terms of distance covered and all that because
that's what I wanted to know.
you need GPS vests for that.
Oh, I see them being done professionally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have not reached there yet.
No, we've actually reached there yet. There are clubs that are using that.
Okay.
And actually, wacha nisivunje siri za kampuni.
Sawa. Sawa.
Yeah, but now you need GPS vests for you to be able to
do such.
to do such.
Do you feel like technology has changed football analysis and social media in the Kenya Premier League?
Yes, it has, but we're still not here yet because it's not every club or most of the clubs that have actually embraced technology. In terms of media, yes, I can say yes, because a lot of clubs have really embraced media. They've really embraced the use of social media platform for them to reach their fans and to actually close that bridge. Whereby the fan feels like an outsider because
they
feel like
the team.
they belong to the team.
Any challenges that you are currently facing as the media liaison or KCB? After Nakuru All Stars, KCB.
It's a higher stage.
It's a higher stage. So
yes, it's a higher stage.
they had the role, they had the problems.
I think the main problem is just it's me because I'm more of a perfectionist. And that is why you hear me talking about YouTube being much more professional like the other pages. If you look at the kind of way that I run my pages, the kind of content that I put up, you know, the quality of the videos, the photos and all that, the kind of language that I'm using. So I think the only challenge is just with myself because now I need sometimes to shut down even some of my ideas because now KCB is a corporate club, as you know. And it is a very big brand, and the brand has to be protected. So there are sometimes that unaweza kurusha banta lakini unakaa hivi
inaweza umana
itachoma.
And do you feel like there is a conflict when it comes to you in providing accurate player analysis and data and protecting player confidence? Like you withhold yourself from telling a player this because naweza mwambia hivi confidence yake ishuke and his performance as well?
I really don't think I really
like
don't
you said,
think
you
there's
don't
a
operate
conflict.
with emotions.
No, I really don't think there's a conflict because at the end of it all, as a football player, and this is the reason as to why you're training every day.
Okay.
Because football is repetitive. Everything that you're doing on that pitch is repetitive. And the more you're doing it, the more you get used to it, the more you get to perfect that craft and you become better at it.
Thank you for
So if you cannot embrace, even if we call it criticism,
Yes.
then it means that you yourself, even as a player, you cannot be able to grow.
So this question comes from the word you've just used, repetitive. You see, I played football at a time when there was no technology. And so people used to enjoy your skills more than your performance.
Yes.
Naelewa? You understand because you're a data analyst.
Yes.
It's not about the performance during our days. It was about the skill. Watu wana, huyu jamaa anajua ball.
Entertainment.
Atakuchenga, my friend.
Yes.
Siku hizi umesema kitu, football is repetitive. A player from my generation would get so bored so easily because we are doing routines.
Yes.
Unaelewa? So it's not about my brain working, it's about the team,
Yes.
the cohesion.
Yes.
Tukienda hivi tunafanya hivi. We're in possession, we run like this.
Yes.
When we are out of possession, we run like this. Unajua sasa tuko nafanya repetitive things, so I'm getting bored.
Yes.
So does that affect players of modern day players? Do they get bored? This is a new generation altogether as an analyst? Because you said it's repetitive every day, so they're perfectionists.
According to my own views,
Yes.
I was actually having this conversation with somebody a short while ago. I think during the Ballon d'Or ceremony.
Yes.
And I told them that this post Guardiola football has become boring football.
Thank you for embracing my idea.
It has become
It's boring.
Yeah, it's become boring football. And nowadays it's even quite difficult for you to be able to identify the best player on the pitch. Yes. Because players nowadays are not given that
It rolls.
freedom
Yes, it is
to be able
roles.
to express themselves.
They all do the same thing.
It's roles. If you have been given a certain or such a role by the coach, then the coach expects you to do exactly that and
Stick to it.
Yeah, and nowadays I call footballers robots.
Okay. It has become that.
They've become more of robots.
And I'm happy that it has come from a data analyst because now it gives me a platform to be even more authoritative when I speak out there.
Yes.
I've even spoken to professionals and they tell me players are now just robots in a system.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the robots that have actually been programmed to work in that system well are the ones who win.
Wow.
That is
Yes.
what that is what
That is
football
how it
has
is.
become. Yes.
In a little results, Pia.
Yeah.
That is the
Because
the good
at
thing
the end
about
of the
it.
at the end of the day, it's just about results.
Is it that why it is that
It's
why
no longer about
is
entertainment.
that why
And
it is,
talent.
it is
Yes.
is that why it is easier for players class act players that we used to venerate tukiwa vijana, huyu player ni deadly, to be sidelined by coaches without flinching.
Yes.
Wewe leo chezi
Yes.
na mtu mwingine anayekuwa hapo na timu inacheza.
Na timu inacheza na inashinda. Yeah, because the coach has really strongly believed in their philosophy and the way things should be done.
Yes.
So ukikama ukidu vitu zako coach anaona hapana,
Weka nje.
Wacha nieke mwana nisikize.
Ndio kina Amorim, the Bonner type of coach.
Yes.
Anakuja na system. Ako rigid.
Hata kama hana players wa kucheza hiyo system.
Ata force.
Area shindwe.
And if you fail to adhere to his rules, you do not fit his style.
Yeah, you sideline players.
You are a rebel.
Yes.
You're a rebel.
Rebel to the system.
Yes.
Wow.
Best example, Marcus Rashford. A rebel.
A rebel to the system. Not necessarily to the coach.
Yes.
You jamaa amekuja na system. Na wewe you don't want to adapt to the
You don't want to adapt to my system.
So you una ship out. It is that brutal.
It's that brutal nowadays.
Nowadays it is like you're either with me
Yes, or against
me.
Yes.
And you know,
I can work with you or I can't.
And the managers now have the backing of the data analysts.
Yes.
Umewaletea information about this player. So anamwambia kulingana na authoritative information. You are giving this much. We want you here. You are not producing.
Yes.
Where?
And how can clubs better use media to grow fan engagement and for commercial value in Kenya?
Number one, what media does is that media gives you that visibility, and football is business,
Yes.
or any other sport. It's business, and I'm sorry to say, but most clubs in this country have not embraced football as a business.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah,
They are just playing.
Kirumba's sentiments.
Yes.
Most of them have not embraced football as a business, or treated it as a business.
And what do
And media is one of the things that will enable you to actually transition it from just playing and passion into business. Because now, without visibility, then you're going to attract sponsors. You're going to attract fans to come to the stadiums and generate income through gate collections. You're going to sell merchandise. Yes, so that is the power that media holds and has.
Yes.
Because let's say, for example, I have a team, you know, Nax FC, and it has no media visibility, and
It's
I'm
not out there.
It's not out there, and I have this full container of merchandise. People don't know about it. They don't know the price. They don't know.
you will end up eating it?
Utaishi ndani ya container. Utaiconvert ikwe keja.
Ama ukule hizo nguo.
Kwa blanketi na malezi.
So media plays a key role, and even the sponsors themselves, or the people who have invested, because there's a lot of money that has been invested into sport, whatever in sport, general, whatever discipline. A lot of money has been invested into it, and the investors, they want their return on investment. And how can you give them a return of investment if you cannot even advertise them?
We are not even visible.
You are not. There's no visibility. There's no brand visibility.
Media is very crucial.
So media is very crucial, and not just social media, but print media, radio, mainstream, television, broadcast. Right now, if we did not have Azam as a broadcaster of football, then I'm sure a lot of clubs could not even be able to
sustain themselves.
Not to sustain, but to actually lure.
To attract,
to attract
lure and to attract
great talents,
sponsors. Sponsors. They wouldn't do that because as a sponsor, your return on investment
must be guaranteed.
Visibility.
It is visibility.
It's paramount.
And visibility is actually what they feed on.
It's what they feed on. So we actually need to even have a free to air, and that is why I think if we have, a local TV station having free to air of our matches, then again it's going to help in that, and going to help us lure sponsors into our league and into our clubs.
And tell us about your long-term vision for performance analysis and media at KCB.
At KCB, long-term,
do you have any
for the media media part? It's just simply growth, growth and visibility.
What about the analysis part?
For the analysis part, you really cannot say so much about it.
Because you need to grow your department to have more numbers or something.
Yes, sure. Because that department also needs for you to have an extra one or two other guys to help and to support in that. Nowadays, if you look at clubs in Europe, they are sharing a video feed in real time as the match is.
Exactly.
So that is the kind of level that we need to aspire.
So if you are to gauge us where we are right now as the Kenyan League, not just KCB, as an analyst, where is our country when it comes to data analysis in football?
Number one, I would say there's so much interest. There's a lot of guys who really have so much interest in being analysts. Actually, I'm in a group of analysts in Kenya, and there's so much interest to the point that just the other day we were having a webinar. We've been having webinars even with data analysts from the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had one with a data scout from Aston Villa. And we even have we have one with Huddle. Huddle is the one who it is the company that runs Sports Code, and they recently purchased Transfer Market. I don't know if
Transfer Market, yeah.
Yes, they recently purchased it also. Yeah, and they run Y Scout as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And
hizi ni mambo technical unaongea sasa.
Yes,
Ndio maana unaongea na Gen Z
umeswitch.
sasa. Unajua sasa ushatupoteza sisi wazee hapa. Sasa iko lakini tuko sawa.
Yeah.
You said there's no ageism in this studio.
Thank you, Louis.
Yeah, so we've actually had webinars with them, and they've actually invited some of us for classes. They run us through classes, and so there's so much room for growth. And so as long as the interest is there, then growth will always find its way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you are a KCB fans, ndio?
Kabisa.
Ndio. You guys are currently 7th in the Kenya Premier League.
Yes.
Just 6 points below league leaders AFC Leopards.
Yes.
And we are almost halfway through the season.
Yes.
What are your title ambitions as a fan and as a worker or employee, media analyst at KCB? Just tell us your ambitions for this season.
Our ambition as KCB is to win the title and to win the cup. We are going for both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what has been the impact of, because of time constraints, what has been the impact of Robert Matano coming? Because you didn't start very well in this season, but as soon as this head coach came, I'm sure the technical bench, you are being in your office as a data analyst. What's the difference between the previous management that was there, technical bench, and this one? Because there's been some improvement. So what is the difference? What is happening to this technical bench right now? Are they receiving information better? What is happening?
I'm not going to speak about the previous technical bench. I'm just going to speak about
the one you're working with
the
right now.
current one that I'm working with. And
there's been a lot of improvement.
Robert Matano is a winner.
Okay.
He's the
You're
most
speaking like Kirumba.
Yes. Tell them.
Most successful.
And repeat it.
He's the most decorated coach in the country.
Why don't you shout louder?
Should I grab the mic?
Hey, grab the mic. Tell them.
Kirumba told us once Matano comes, you will see a different KCB, and that time you were uko chini.
Matano came and lost about 1 or 2 matches. I told them, give coach time.
Yes.
In this Premier League, going to give somebody this is Matano.
Huyu ni Matano.
And
Yeah,
true to his words, we have seen a change in KCB.
Yes, Robert Matano is a winner. He knows how to instill that winning mentality into his team. You know, sometimes you may have the best players in the world, but if you don't have somebody who is going to lead the pack, then
no
definitely it's not going to be any success. We've seen people who have coached clubs like Real Madrid at their prime when they had the Galacticos and walked out having won nothing.
Trophyless, true.
Just recently, we've seen coaches coach PSG at the time when they had all the financial muscle, and they brought in all the best players, and they still couldn't win anything.
So, just lastly, what advice would you give young professionals aspiring to work in media and data analysis?
Is it lucrative? That is what we ask. Kuna do hapo kwa data analysis
and sports media.
Iko do. Na sasa hata hii do yenye iko hapa sasa hii bado because just like I told you, a lot of the clubs in the country are yet to embrace that
media, yes. Data analysis.
So ikikukuta kama we tayari ushasomea hiyo kitu nini uko ndani, uko mbele mtu wangu, utakula.
You'll be marketable.
In terms of media, there is a lot of room in the digital space, and people are getting paid for creating content. YouTube is paying, Meta is paying. So there is a lot of space for you to be able to actually grow.
Jatoka kwa sababu ya time. Unajua mimi ndio huyo kwa hii nyumba, mimi ndio ule wa kupatia mtu nafasi ya kufanya nini? Kutuma salamu. Is there anyone you would like to say hi to tuma salamu ama tupatia, yani sisi mimi ndio ule mluya wa hii
wa studio.
So ni kwa mluya.
Nataka ungependa kutumia nani salamu kwa sababu radio ndio nusu ya kuonana.
So number one, Mama, I made it.
You're on radio.
Mama, I made it.
I'm on radio.
Yes.
So number one,
So where's
salamu
mom
kwa
right
mama.
now? Where is she? She's
Mama Konax.
Okay.
Number two, kwa familia yangu. Yeah, my lovely wife, my lovely daughter. And then my siblings wote wenye wako Nax, wako nao Nairobi. Pokeni salamu zangu.
Toka Sporty FM.
Toka Sporty FM.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Karani. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Charles Karani, Head of Media and Performance Analyst at KCB Football Club, gracing the Sporty Express. And I'm hoping very soon I will have my friend Coach Matano in studio, because I really need to talk to the Lion himself.
Damleta.
Msalimie sana, mwambie amesalimwa na Peter Kirumba. Atakwambia huyo ndo rafiki yangu sana. You know?
Yes.
And I think soon I'll be coming to look for Coach Matano. Mwambie tu niko karibu kuanza kumtafuta.
Ni sawa sawa.
Na uongea na ofisi watafute jezi ya XXX.
External. 5X bana, nipige angalau. Pige uzi yenyu bana, angalau. Thank you very much.
Thank you.